The coalition has accused Treasurer Jim Chalmers of reviving the controversial Medicare campaign. This was a strategy Labour used during the 2016 election to claim the coalition intended to privatise Medicare, a claim later debunked. Opposition health spokesperson Ann Ruston described the current situation as a repeat of those faucets, accusing Labour of fearmongering to distract from their governance shortcomings. Jim Chalmers, however, defended Labour's track record and turned the tables by alleging that the coalition is planning cuts to Medicare, medications, and pensions. During a press conference in Canberra, Chalmers challenged the coalition's claim that Labour has lost control over spending, stating that the government's additional $2.3 billion investment in Medicare and the Pharmaceutical Benefits Scheme, PBS, reflects a commitment to essential services. When the coalition calls this overspending, what they really mean is they are attacking Medicare, medications, and pensions, Chalmers remarked. He urged opposition leader Peter Dutton and Shadow Treasurer Angus Taylor to specify how much they intend to cut from these vital services if they view the current spending as wasteful. The controversy brings back memories of past political campaigns. In 2016, Labour's Medicare campaign inaccurately suggested that the coalition aimed to privatise Medicare. 3 years later, a different narrative falsely claimed Labour was planning to introduce a death tax, further fueling partisan tensions. On Tuesday, opposition leader Peter Dutton criticised Chalmers during a speech in Adelaide, accusing him of shirking responsibility for economic issues. Dutton claimed that the Treasurer has blamed everyone but himself, citing figures like Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, and other global events, while ignoring his own role in the economic challenges facing Australian families. It's clear that the Treasurer has lost control of the budget, Dutton stated. Australian families know that Labour, in just 2.5 years, has made it harder to put food on the table. Chalmers, in turn, criticised Dutton's healthcare policies during his time as Health Minister in 2014. He highlighted Dutton's past proposals, such as introducing a $7 fee for doctor visits and expanding the private sector's role in primary care. While these plans were ultimately abandoned, they remain a point of contention in today's debate. At the heart of this debate is the government's recent spending commitments. Dr. Chalmers and Finance Minister Katy Gallagher announced that the upcoming mid-year economic and fiscal outlook, MYEFO, set to be released Wednesday, will include $8.8 billion in unavoidable spending. This includes investments in the PBS, aged care, COVID-19 programs, and reforms to the National Disability Insurance Scheme, NDIS. Additionally, $16.3 billion will be allocated to automatic indexation adjustments for welfare payments, pensions, and healthcare services. This brings the total new spending commitments to $25.1 billion, driven largely by inflation and increased demand for services. While Chalmers emphasised that these investments are necessary to support Australians during a cost-of-living crisis, the coalition has labelled the spending as reckless. Shadow Treasurer Angus Taylor criticised Labour for allowing spending to outpace economic growth, arguing that such fiscal decisions will have long-term consequences. Taylor stated that the coalition opposed over $10 billion in new spending initiatives proposed by Labour but did not clarify whether they would cut indexed welfare payments if elected. Spending is increasing faster than the economy, which is struggling, he said during an interview with Sky News. Gallagher responded by pointing out that much of the unavoidable spending is addressing funding shortfalls left by the previous government. She cited reforms in aged care, the NDIS, and COVID-19 vaccine supply agreements as examples of necessary corrections to avoid funding cliffs. Despite the challenges, Chalmers highlighted Labour's achievements in stabilising the federal budget. He noted that in their first year in office, Labour transformed a $78 billion deficit into a $22 billion surplus, saving billions in interest repayments through prudent fiscal management. Australian families deserve reliable government support, whether it's in Medicare, aged care, or early childhood education, Chalmers said. These are essential services, especially as our population grows older and demands on the care economy increase. The Treasurer's remarks underscore Labour's broader vision of maintaining robust public services while managing economic challenges. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Aussie Pulse for more in-depth analysis of Australian politics and current affairs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.